ended the year with a winning record. 12 of his wins are against teams with a winning record. All right. Just right now.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Morning Glory. My name is Eddie Law. I wasn't going to do one for the fact that Periscope was being a bitch, but at least the app was on my phone. So I deleted it, reinstalled it, and it turns out that's all I had to do. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and do a morning podcast here on the way to work. National title game last night, Clemson versus Alabama. Alabama wins it. Gets another, hey, what up, Jay? Gets yet another title. And then Nick Saban, I don't even know how many championships they have, but Alabama's ridiculous how many championships they got. What a crazy game, though. And it all changed on the onside kick by Alabama, getting that ball back, and being able to score in that possession. That was insane. Coker didn't at all impress me whatsoever. A lot of people saying he's an NFL quarterback. Man, get out of here, man. That guy's a backup at best. A lot of mistakes in that he made yesterday, honestly. A lot of mistakes he made, but he still had a pretty good passer rating and all that. He didn't throw too many incompletes. But the game plan was obviously based around Derrick Henry. So he didn't, Coker didn't really have to do a whole lot, but he came out looking better than he did before the game, I'll tell you that. Yeah. As far as MMA stuff goes, not a whole lot going on news-wise. Obviously, we got this whole RDA Conor McGregor thing, where who's asking for more money? Is it RDA? Sunday's card looks good. Sunday's card looks great. I think Tumanov dropped out, and somebody else did, so it kind of weakened the card a tiny bit. But I argue, once again, it's a free card, and you get Dillashaw Cruz as your main event. I'm not complaining, I just don't like that it's on Sunday. But they don't want to compete against two NFL playoff games on Saturday. And the return of Pettis against Eddie Alvarez. Now, Anthony, I'm very intrigued. I want to see what Anthony Pettis has coming off a long-ass layoff, honestly. I mean, last time we saw him was after he lost to RDA, and he got tuned up in that fight. And I mean tuned up. Yeah, so it'll be interesting to see what he's improved on, what how good his body holds up, and whether or not he can take the punishment Eddie Alvarez drops. I don't think anyone beats RDA right now. Yeah, it looks hard. It looks pretty rough. You fight against RDA, it's gonna be a rough go. Now, again, they're talking Conor RDA, and last word that I heard is that both camps agreed, or they're on the same page, is basically what the phrase they used. So I'm thinking we're going to get that fight. Now, whether or not we're going to get it at UFC 197, who knows? I think they're going to change the date on that. They, according to a lot of people, or a lot of insiders on Twitter, and other means of media, they were saying that they're having a hard time finding a big enough venue in Vegas for it that's open, right? So I'm assuming there's going to be a bunch of book dates for that Saturday that they're trying to do it at. Which is March 5th? So, yeah, maybe, I don't know. I don't know what they're going to do with that. I mean, they could move it somewhere else. I don't think they want to. I think they really want that fight in Vegas. But a lot of people kept suggesting Cowboy Stadium in Dallas. No. And I'll tell you why. You could probably fit the entire country of Ireland in there, right? But you're not going to get many Brazilians coming to that fight, let's be honest. I don't know, but I think RDA beats him. You know what? I every time the McGregor's fought, and I mean every time except for the Dennis Seaver fight and the Diego Brandao fight, I thought for sure he was going to get knocked out. I thought Poirier would beat him. No. I thought Jose Aldo would beat him. No. I thought Chad Mendes would be able to take him into the ground and TKO him. And no, so I'm not going to bet against Conor McGregor. In fact, I'm just not going to pick this fight until we get closer. But it's hard to pick against Conor these days. A dude says he's going to do something, he's going to do it. And then he goes out and does it. Mind you, RDA is a monster. And last time we saw him, he was a scary dude, right? Up against Cowboy. Mind you, Cowboy didn't get started at all. RDA is just a tough dude. It's hard to bet against him. No, it's not. I'll be honest with you. It's not hard to bet against RDA when he's fighting a guy like Conor McGregor. right? And so I'm not saying that Conor's gonna win. I'm not saying that RDA, that the RDA doesn't have a chance to win. What I'm saying is, right now, RDA is a bad motherfucker, and Conor McGregor is also a bad motherfucker, and I'm very interested to see what kind of game plan RDA would use against Conor, because he's not going to use the Jose Aldo just go in face first and get knocked out game plan. RDA with Conor's going to have to pick a shot. We haven't seen anyone bring that type of pressure to Conor. Yeah, but here's the thing with that, and I get what you're saying. I completely understand what you're saying. You're not going to want to pressure Conor right away. Not the way Jose tried to do it, right? Because Jose got knocked the fuck out. People got to respect Conor McGregor's counter game. And that left hand is definitely a motherfucker. So, of course, Rafael Cordeiro at Kings MMA is going to be talking to RDA like, hey, avoid the left hand and don't rush him. Don't rush him right away. All right, pick your spots, and as soon as you got him hurt, rush the fuck at him. So it's going to be a different kind of fight, man. I just don't think they're going to want RDA to come in with that kind of pressure. Now, start adding in what comes with the Conor McGregor fight. The media pressure, the media obligations, but RDA doesn't fight safe lately. Yeah, but again, he's the thing. No one takes into, and I understand what you're saying, no one takes into account the entire tornado, hurricane, whatever you want to call it, that hurricane that Conor McGregor brings to a fucking fight. You know what I mean? The tour, the world tour, I don't know if they're gonna do a world tour for this one, probably not, but the media obligations, all the pressure, all the hype, Conor's an expert in getting in people's heads. He's already in RDA's head, and he can say all he wants to that he doesn't, that he isn't, but he is. The second he turned around and said, hey, get your tell your wife to wear red panties, like that he's in his head, okay? That's what it is. And the fact that RDA can't stop talking about Conor McGregor, he's in his head. I don't believe for 1 second that RDA was like, well, if I get the fight, great. If I don't, I don't. No, that dude wanted that fight. All right? You're not fighting Conor McGregor without him getting in your head. It's whether you can deal with that when you're fighting him that's, to me, that's the difference. But let's look at it the other way. Can RDA pressure guys? Absolutely. Can RDA kind of knock out Conor McGregor? Probably can. Will he do it? I don't know. You know what I mean? But you don't want to rush in on Conor. Now, yeah, everyone can say, oh, yeah, you're not beating RDA right now. That makes sense. That completely makes sense. Pettis couldn't do it. Cowboy certainly couldn't do it. The only guy that we've seen, ragdoll, basically kind of ragdoll RDA was Khabib. And that guy's injured, and all he can really do is move his mouth right now. Yeah, I know what you mean. I'm just excited to watch the fight for sure. Yeah, and here's the thing. I'm with you, dude. I think RDA RDA is really, really, really hard out for anybody. You know what I mean? For anybody. The guy can beat you so many different ways. You know what I mean? We saw him, leg kick the shit out of Nate Diaz. We saw, the beating he put on Anthony Pettis. We saw what he did to Cowboy, but Conor McGregor's not a slow starter. He's a smart starter. Right? So we're not going to see RDA blitz that dude. Now, mind you, you had to say in the fight game, you're only as good as your last fight. 100% true. And so RDA, to everybody right now, especially the casual fan, is a monster. And he KO'd Benson. First man to knock out Benson Henderson, for sure. For sure, for the first one. So, I mean, again, RDA has a lot of things behind him. You know what bothers me about this fight, though, is the fact that RDA, as good as he is, doesn't have very much support. There's not a lot of, Rafael Dos Anjos fans out there, screaming for him to get, big fights and stuff. And I don't know if it's because he doesn't talk. He's an ugly looking motherfucker. I tell you that, he's a Frankenstein looking bitch. But, just fucking around. But, I don't know what it is about RDA that people don't find. I was hoping for Diaz Conor fight. That's what I was hoping for. You want money fight? That's the fight. You know what I mean? You want the money fight? That is the fight. But they're not. I don't know what. I don't think the brass want to give Nate Diaz that money. I'll tell you that. You know what I mean? It's weird. I honestly, out of a lot of fighters, I think they don't like him. Plus, Diaz look fantastic. Diaz look great. In shape, pepper talking, all that shit. Can you imagine him doing that to Conor McGregor? Jeez. Mind you, if you're Conor McGregor, they hate the Diaz brothers. It seems like it, right? I think that it seems like they do dislike the Diaz brothers. I don't think they dislike Nick. I just don't think they're a fan of Nate. You know what I mean? They just find Nate for some bullshit. I don't know. I don't know if he wore a shirt that he wasn't supposed to or whatever. But but they find him, they find the Cowboy, they find RDA. Those are the three guys. So, yeah, I don't know. It's all dumb. It really is. And I'm with you. I was hoping for Nate Diaz or Conor McGregor. A lot of people say Nick Diaz against Conor McGregor. I don't know if Nick can get down at 155 anymore. The guy's like 31 or something like that. Speaking of which, I listened to Nick's Sunday's podcast, hilarious. He just went off. All you gotta do with Nick Diaz is ask him a question, and he just goes off, gives you a 15-minute soundbite. Today, I believe on Fight Pass, they're gonna have the Nevada State Athletic Commission meeting. It's gonna be the settlement hearing for Nick Diaz and the rehearing for Wanderlei Silva. So if you have Fight Pass and you got some time to kill, and don't mind being bored to death with everything else on the agenda, Eric Winter, who's basically heads Fight Pass on Twitter, tweeted out that today's agenda is on Fight Pass. So you go on Fight Pass, they should be broadcasting that. All I really want to see, me too. But all I really want to see is Nick Diaz's lawyers walk up, look Pat Lumbaugh in the fucking eye, and say, "We meet again," and just like stare at her, and it's like, woo! I hope they make her sound so stupid again. If you didn't see it live, it's on YouTube, all over YouTube. Pat Lumbaugh versus Nick Diaz. Look that up. It's the most hilarious shit I've ever seen a lawyer do to yeah, exactly, yeah. But it's the most hilarious shit like I've seen an attorney do to somebody that's in power, you know? I've watched a lot of trials. In high school I had this thing where I wanted to be an attorney until I realized you have to defend really shitty people. But I used to do mock trials and everything, and we used to go to real trials, like big ones. And you used to go to big trials and stuff, and I never saw an attorney completely shit on someone of authority the way that Nick Diaz's attorney, I forgot that dude's name already, but that lawyer did to Pat Lumbaugh. Pat Lumbaugh looked angry. Pat Lumbaugh looked more angry than if you gave your girlfriend a vacuum for Valentine's Day and said, "This is the one you wanted. I saw you looking at it." You know what I mean? That's how bad that shit was. Like, she just looked fuming, angry. She looked stupid, and she did. She looked really dumb. She sounded stupid. Clearly didn't know what she was talking about. Quite a few issues. The plead the fifth thing was just genius. What's his name? Francisco Aguilar, the chairman or whatever. He didn't know how to handle the fucking the objections. He was like overruled, I guess. Like, Diaz brought trial attorneys to his fucking shit. That was smart. Throw a curveball to some shit. Drug testing policy needs to change. They need to omit weed. Marijuana should be 100% legal everywhere. Everywhere. This country with marijuana being illegal is stupid. 2016, we're the freest country in the world, and marijuana is illegal here. That's stupid. That's stupidity at the highest level. You can blame, you can say whoever you want to blame, conservatives, Republicans, old white people, whatever. Old people on the whole, mind you. You know, hell, my parents are a little, they're older than me, obviously, but they're anti-marijuana for sure. But by the way, I read some crazy shit about the UFC drug policy. They are putting in work. They're what's his name? Jeff Nowitzki is the guy that caught, or that busted Lance Armstrong. That guy's not fucking around. Please believe they're not fucking around. But the whole marijuana thing's stupid as hell. In fact, Nowitzki agreed on Rogan's podcast. I read that Sage Northcutt has been drug tested 6 times in the last 3 months. Somebody's suspicious. I'm suspicious. You kidding me? You seen the kid? Not to mention his dad got busted for selling roids and other drugs. Back in the day. His dad's suspicious as fuck. And to me, anybody that is as nice as Sage Northcutt is, but it's suspicious as fuck to me. I'd be checking him for like recreational drugs on top of it. Fuck that shit. 6 times in 3 months is crazy. Him, Ronda Rousey got that kind of, not that kind of testing. Well, maybe that kind of testing. They tested her like a motherfucker. There was like 3 names they put out of the most tested fighters. His dad is shady as fuck. I agree, 100%. His whole family shady as fuck. They're like a culty fucking family, it seems like. I read some shit about that dude. I've seen some things about him too, and it's just like, ooh, dude, no, something's wrong with you. I think his dad, if anything, Sage Northcutt needs to, if Sage Northcutt is actually as talented and as physically fit as he is, as we've seen him, he needs to get the fuck away from his dad. That dude could easily fuck everything up. With his history, fuck that. Yep, I'm with you. Needs to get away from it. Needs to get away from his dad. Take out the TriStar and just live there. Yeah. No, he needs to take off the TriStar and just live there in the dorms and hang out with Faraz and GSP and just make his life martial arts and never talk to his... I mean, not never talk to his dad again, but, you know, don't be daily with that dude. I don't know. You know, obviously, you know, for the last fight, he was in TriStar for a little while, but the word is that his dad complained that TriStar was pushing Sage too hard. So he pulled him out and went back to Texas with that shit. So, you know, he succeeded in making Sage sound like a pussy, first of all, and clearly overbearing helicopter parent. And for Asahabi's was an intelligent person. He easily saw that shit. He's just like, oh fuck, this guy's gonna be a problem. So until Sage Northcutt acts like a fucking adult, and he's not, he's 19 or 20, whatever it is. Until he acts like an adult, makes it an adult decision, gets away from his dad's, you know, management, whatever, and gets some real management. He's not, you know, no camp is gonna take him very seriously. He's a talent though, for sure. I'd like to see him be a TriStar full time or be very raw, but a talent nonetheless. But I like to see him at either TriStar or Jackson's. That's where I want to see him train at. One of those two killer camps. People were like, go to Kings. No, don't go to Kings. If you're State Northcutt, you already got the striking. You need to go somewhere with the jiu-jitsu, with the ground game. You could argue AKA, but that's mostly wrestling. You could argue, hang on. I argue TriStar and Jackson's is the place to go. If he went to Jackson's, he gets to hang around killers like John Jones, Holly Holm, Cowboy Cerrone, Carlos Condit all day. His striking game will reach another level if you train with Carlos all day. That would be ridiculous. If I'm Sage Northcutt, I would pull I would do some crazy shit no one expected me to do and go train with the Diaz brothers in fucking Stockton. I'd be like, you see Sage Northcutt jumping around the cage, Stockton motherfucker, it'd be hilarious. Nick and Nate in his corner and shit, talking shit to the other corners. Oh man, if Sage Northcutt would go to fucking Stockton, man, over at Lodi Gracie Fighter, I would love that shit. Oh, I would love that shit so much. Yeah. So UFC needs to stop with these Sunday nights fights. Well, they haven't done it very often. Last time they did it was like a year and a half ago, I think. And it was you know what's weird? I think it was a Boston card too. I think the last Sunday card I remember, it was a Boston card as well. So that's weird. I don't either. I like watching football and I like being chilled out on Sundays, and I don't like staying up late. Oh, that'll do it if you have to work Sunday nights, dude. That fucking sucks. I have to work. I work early, early, and so staying up Sunday night sucks. I don't do it very often. I actually go to sleep pretty early on Sunday nights to be ready for Monday. But it sucks. I hate doing that. So yeah, I'm not a fan of it either. Once in a while, it's like, all right, whatever. And honestly, if his Sunday card was crappy, I would not even bother watching it, to be honest with you. But since it is TJ versus Dominic, I'm staying up. I don't give a fuck. That's a fight. I'm watching that shit. Someone actually put a GIF together. I'm sure there's a video out there somewhere, but of comparing them two fighting, obviously different opponents, but fighting other people. Dominic moves quick and fluid. TJ moves very similarly to Dominic. It's kind of crazy. I got Cruz winning. Dude's, supposedly he's healthy, he's fresh, coming off that beat down of Mizugaki. Mind you, Mizugaki's not nowhere near the level of a TJ Dillashaw, but he's got he's been off for a while, he's fresh, he's mentally chilled out, and he's smart. I can't stand TJ. Dude is a dickhead. TJ's, I like TJ. What bothers me about TJ is he's kind of dumb. You could probably pull the Jedi mind trick on this motherfucker. That's how bad it is. I would love to see Cruz try and do that, by the way, in an interview. Just pull a Jedi mind trick on him. Hey, you would just hand over that belt or some bullshit like that. But I'm a big fan of Cruz shit talking TJ, because TJ has no idea what to do with this shit. He has no responses. Like, the best he could probably do is, oh, your mom, or some stupid shit like that. Like, he's not smart. You know what I mean? Cruz has exposed TJ as a fucking meathead. And I had a feeling already before, and to me it was confirmed when he did that stupid NOS commercial where they're climbing up, on this mountain and jumping off a cliff into water while he's holding a stupid NOS can. And you know what I mean? And they're doing like, you know, hiking's a motherfucker. It could be physically exhausting. And he's fucking drinking a NOS can instead of, you know, water. You see Cruz and TJ talking crap at the last fight? Yeah, dude, it was more like Cruz talking crap to TJ and TJ going, I know you are, but what am I? Like that kind of shit. Like TJ's not smart, dude. And then TJ going, I'm not even gonna talk to you anymore. And Cruz goes, no, you have to. This is our job. You have to talk to me. I'm gonna keep talking to you. Like I was like, woo, get him, Cruz. Oh, I'm excited as fuck for this fight. I really am. And then the co-main, I'm interested to see what Anthony Pettis has left. We know what Alvarez brings. He hasn't been inactive at all. And he lands hard shot. I hope he whoops his ass. Oh, Cruz should whoop on him. I like in the Pettis Alvarez fight. I have a hard time taking a pick. I'm leaning Alvarez right now for the fact that Pettis has been that inactive. But I wonder how Pettis is going to show up. You taking Pettis? I don't blame you at all. It's not a bad pick at all. But I like Alvarez right now to knock out Pettis. But who knows? Alvarez hasn't looked strong in the UFC. No, he hasn't. But he's fought what? Did he fight Melendez? Yeah, he fought Cowboy. I think he fought Cowboy. Am I fucking off on that? I don't know. Anyway, I think I'm off on that. I like Alvarez. To me, honestly, it's just the inactivity of Pettis. To me, it bothers me. But who knows? Yeah, okay. Yeah, so Alvarez hasn't fought, you know. Yeah, he hasn't fought punks. I'll tell you that much. So, like I said, right now I'm leaning Alvarez. I'm leaning Alvarez as the week goes by. See some more things out of Pettis and out of Alvarez. See how they're looking, and obviously at the weigh-ins we'll see, and then we go from there. All right. I gotta go. You guys have a good day. Appreciate everyone tuning in and everything. I tried my hand at play-by-play of Alabama Clemson, and I really butchered it because I don't know a lot of the guys on the teams. So I might try my hand at it this weekend on Sunday for the fights. I just don't want to butcher that too, but I might try for the Fight Pass fights. We'll see. I'll let you guys know what I decide on that. But Breaking the Law with Eddie Law goes down tonight as well, and yeah, we'll have some fun with it. So I remember we're one day closer to death. Make this shit count. We'll catch you guys tonight for Breaking the Law with Eddie Law and or Keyboard Warriors, depending on what we do. So you guys have a good one. Have a good one, Jay. And everybody take care of yourselves and each other. All right? See ya.